Hi, I'm Shoshanna Weinberger, and welcome to Sometimes All of Me Is Not Enough. My work's all about sort of this, the excess of beauty becoming malformed and distorted and mutilated. So in all the works here, it's this multiplicity of sexuality to an extreme. And then there are criteria for beauty like hair and breasts and buttocks, and those are kind of multiplied. And then they're chained and bound with these ideas of beauty and success, and that is kind of shown through gold, which is a commodity as well. So gold, for trade, and then sexualizing it by wrapping it up in body parts, sort of hog-tied and strangled and stuff. And then some of the images are my forms, which don't have heads, so they're decapitated, so there's no really evidence of a portrait. It's really more an identity of multiplicities. So you're kind of the voyeur looking on. And it can be like a male gaze, but I think that women look at each other and survey each other as men. And I find that interesting, so I'm sort of overtly using those tones in the work, and I'm not shy about that, because I see that in media, we see ourselves like that. So that excess is brought on. And then the idea of it in history. So you have like Sarki Bartman or Josephine Baker. So Sarki Bartman, I'm inspired and appalled by her life in some ways as a woman being put on display, but then also her body and her figure became the mythos of the black female and of Africa being this place of otherness. And what I'm fascinated with, not only in Africa, but in the Caribbean, where I'm from, originally from Jamaica, West Indian, Kingston, the idea that otherness is exotic and that women from these places are now deemed as exotic beings, or something to look at or to obtain or to own. And I really, much like the Venus Hottentot, I like the story of the birth of Venus, another Venus story. And I've been incorporating the shell that Venus is born out of, the sea, and I've been reclaiming it in a contemporary context where she's replaced, and now it's a stripper pole, and then the shell is defiled with this love lost, love found graffiti, and she's not there. So in some of the works, it is overt that there is a figure on a shell or in the space, and then in some of the drawings I have the figure missing, and the idea of its place, the environment where the figure used to be, is apparent. And then this is one of my favorite, Pig Nose. With a New Perspective, that's the title. Pig Nose with a New Perspective. So I like to play around with titles and be silly. Pig Nose is actually a speaker for electric guitar. And I just liked the term Pig Nose and thought it was kind of funny. I mean, some of my titles are just totally like random, but some of them are specific to things in life or pop culture or a song from my childhood or adolescence. And then the Strange Fruit, which some of my works are entitled Strange Fruit, first come from the song that Billie Holiday sung, but the backstory of Strange Fruit, which I'm not sure most people know, is that a Jewish teacher in Brooklyn saw a picture of a lynching and was so taken by this picture he wrote a poem, and that poem is the song Strange Fruit. And everyone thinks that Billie Holiday wrote the song, but it was a Jewish school teacher. And the reason why I'm kind of fascinated with that, I'm not really fascinated with being Jewish, but I am half Jamaican and half Jewish. So the idea of me being a strange fruit, those kinds of plays, and so that's why I used the word, and I used the term strange fruit, to play off women being fruit, and then the idea that I am those two, I am the product of those two people, and thus the same product of the song. So I am a strange fruit, so that's kind of where that comes from.